Womb work has become the key practice in my journey of becoming a more fulfilled woman, and I would love to let you know a little bit about why this work is so important. And first of all, I just want to say that when I first started hearing the word womb, it meant nothing to me at all. I didn't relate to it. I haven't had a child, so I just thought the womb was something that was just around having a child, and that's it. And to my surprise, the more I have brought my meditative focus and just my attention into my womb space, the most amazing things have happened. And it really, truly has become the most important key for myself of really tapping into my feminine potential. And I see again and again that women are experiencing this, that usually in the beginning, I find that most women's presence is not in their womb. We're not brought up to bring presence into this lower part of our body. Our energy's up in our head, our attention's up in our head. When we start to bring that attention down into the womb space and into the vagina, something incredible begins to happen. It's like life force begins to flow more freely and awaken there. And it's almost like we tap into another level of consciousness. And this is a more deeply embodied, and you could say mystical consciousness. And I would say for a woman, this is how we tap into that feminine mystical consciousness. And so what that looks like when we're doing this work is that we begin to feel a very deep sense of knowing that comes from inside our body. The other thing that happens is that for most of us, we begin to tap into the things that we hold in this space, because the womb is it's a space where we hold energy. So anything that we haven't, any traumatic experiences or any just undigested emotional experiences that we haven't had the time to release and express in the past is held there in our wombs. And particularly anything of a sexual nature, so any kind of sexual encounters that we've had that we're not honoring, any times that we were pushed to go too fast and ignored that presence of our bodies, there's a resonance in our wombs that holds that. And so when we begin to feel more into this area, that which is out of alignment and heavy begins to reveal itself to us. So often this comes as feelings, emotional processes, and it's kind of showing us everything that we're holding that we no longer need. So it's ultimately a very beautiful process as we begin to clear out the heaviness that we've held in our body that blocks us from accessing our feminine wisdom and pleasure and beauty. And it's also very important to have spaces where we can gather together and support each other in a beautiful, supportive space in order to release this together. There's a particular kind of magic that happens when women join together to do this work of intentional womb healing. And the beautiful thing about the womb healing is the more we release that which has been held there, which is heavy and out of resonance with our truth, the more we were able to tap into these more mystical feminine states of being, which are so beautiful. It's like the kind of states that women really, really crave, this sense of surrender and deep connection and love, and the ability to fully receive and give love. And so the womb is also a gateway to being able to access those kinds of states. So if you haven't experienced womb work yet, I just encourage you to begin by bringing your awareness of your womb space just into your daily life, but particularly if you have a yoga practice, bringing your hands to your womb space before you begin your practice and at the end, and any time in the day, bringing your hands there and just breathing into your womb space is already just so powerful. And I really recommend the womb check-in, where throughout the day, especially when you've gotten stressed or you've gotten out of your feminine rhythm, to place your hands there at your womb space and breathe there, breathe deeply in, and for at least 3 breaths, and come back into connection with your womb space. And what you'll find when you do this is that it brings you back into a more natural flowing rhythm and deep self-connection. So that is why we do the womb work, and it is really an powerful, important work for women to be doing at this time. So my name is Sonja Shradha Devi, and thank you for listening. This is one of my favorite subjects. This is what I help women to connect with and deeply, passionately believe in as an important way for us to contribute to planetary and earth healing.